Hey guys, Justin Watcher here from ProSportsExtra.com. It's a lazy Monday morning. I'm off work today, so we're going to kick it off here with some WrestleMania talk, of course. I got the Joker shirt on in today, and of course, we got Mousy laying here next to me, but you guys don't care about that. So, ProSportsExtra.com, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. You know how to do that to this YouTube page, and of course, the website, ProSportsExtra.com. You guys already know about all that. So, today, as the title shows, we're going to talk a little bit about the WWE announcement. It was kind of a shocking bit of news, if you ask me, but in hindsight, maybe not so shocking. But, anyways, it began on April 1st. So, of course, everybody always has their guard up. It's April Fool's Day, so you never know what you can trust. And WWE on their Twitter account had posted this weird little thing about a countdown. And it was the Jericho style countdown. Everybody knows about Chris Jericho and his countdown clock. And it had the Stone Cold logo. So I was like, what could this be? Whatever. And it was a countdown. I think it said 24 hours or something like that. So I was like, all right. So I guess we'll get an announcement April 2nd. Sure. All right. I guess we'll wait and see what this is. But as everybody knows, Chris Jericho's in All Elite Wrestling right now, AEW. He left WWE a few years ago. So, okay, that would be kind of weird. And then Stone Cold, what the heck is he going to do? The only thing he's been doing is the Broken Skull sessions and his interviews on WWE Network. So, you could kind of put two and two together, but still it'd be like, that makes no sense. Well, it did make sense because the next day, exactly what they teased is what was announced. AEW star Chris Jericho will be on the Broken Skull Sessions, an interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania weekend, this weekend coming up. So WrestleMania, I mean, they're going big time here with the card, everything with NXT TakeOver during the week, and the whole Peacock launch, everything with the WWE Network going over there now, but they're going to top it all off with an interview with Stone Cold and AEW star Chris Jericho. Well, that kind of came out of nowhere. So, of course, we got a little backstory to it right away. Everybody started, revealing a few little details about it. But basically, Jericho texted Stone Cold after the interview with The Undertaker a few months ago. Said it was awesome, great job, everything. And then it kind of came to, hey, you think we could do this? Obviously Jericho's in a, I guess, rival company, whatever term you want to use. And Stone Cold said, well, let me shoot it over to the boss, of course, Vince McMahon. And Vince said, sure. And Stone Cold said, are you sure about that? And I guess he got the thumbs up and it was go time. So they did it. They flew him down, whatever. And Jericho and Stone Cold did the little interview, whatever. And we're going to see what was discussed, what was talked about, I believe Sunday, night 2 of WrestleMania on Peacock. I was about to say WWE Network, but whatever. Same thing. Network, Peacock, whatever. It's the same thing at this point. So quite the interesting bit of news there. For those that aren't paying attention, this isn't necessarily a new thing. It's a little bit of out of left field, but people remember Jericho going over to Japan for the Kenny Omega thing. But here's what people kind of forget. You remember what Jericho did a couple weeks after that? Do you remember? He appeared on Raw. So this wasn't exactly a shocking thing. He went to Japan. They didn't necessarily care. They kind of said, "All right, sure, go do it." And I'm sure it was for a buttload of money. So go cash it in. Have a little match for yourself. I wouldn't call it a dream match. It's not for me, but for them, if it's a dream match, cool. Go do it. Have fun. And he was for the next Raw. So he was on the Raw, the Legends, whatever it was in 2018, I believe. And he appeared. So there it was. So they didn't seem to care. And then, of course, everybody may kind of remember the Christian and Ric Flair switch with TNA. TNA had Ric Flair at the time, and WWE inducted him into their Hall of Fame with the Four Horsemen. And in exchange for that, what did WWE do? They pretty much said, all right, now which star do you want to appear on your, I think it was Slammiversary pay-per-view? And, I'm sure they couldn't have picked anybody, but they picked Christian. And Christian appeared on a TNA pay-per-view. So WWE TNA, they've showed footage, they've talked about it. You can Google it, you can YouTube it. So it's not entirely shocking. They do talk about this stuff, and I know it's kind of been in a joking matter, but Triple H name dropped AEW. They talk about it. Sami Zayn did it on his little, I think it was called Electric Chair or some sort of gimmick interview thing they did. So it's not entirely shocking. And I kind of go back to the main point of, these companies are open to do business. If things make sense for one or the other, or if they want to do something that helps everybody out, and if each guy or each boss gives the heads up, then, so be it. Then they can give the thumbs up and they can do it. It's no harm to them. And if it helps everybody out, cool. I'm sure they'll talk about AEW a little bit. I'm sure it won't be a lot, but absolutely they're going to say, hey, what are you doing now? And it's going to be, hey, Dynamite, TNT, Wednesday nights. NXT is not on Wednesday nights anymore, so it doesn't entirely matter there. But Jericho gets a little foot in the door if he wants to maybe think about a return if his contract's up at the end of this year or next year. There's kind of a conflicting report there, but and he's kind of like a guy like Jim Ross to me, where he just seems like no matter what he does, he knows he has a home back in WWE. He knows he can come back at any time, and they'll take him back regardless of what it's for. So they kind of let these guys venture out sometimes, and Big Show's another name, I'm sure Christian and countless other guys. It's just like, go collect your money, do your thing. And if we have to do business down the road, we'll do business down the road. No hard feelings. I think sometimes the fans kind of get wrapped up in this stuff a lot. And I made the comparison before, but the Bears and Packers, that's a big rivalry and stuff in the NFL. But you know what happens when the game ends and the cameras go off? Because I've been in Lambeau and my season tickets, I see what happens. You know what happens? All the players meet on the field. They either have a prayer circle or they shake hands, they take pictures with each other, and they're hanging out with their kids. We see it every time. And then during the week and after the games and stuff, what do the fans talk about? The big Bears Packers rivalry. It doesn't exist. These guys are business professionals. They know what to do. They're out there to play a game. And when the final whistle blows and the game's over, they're back to being human beings. So no harm, no foul. Jericho and Stone Cold are friends. And if Jericho and Vince McMahon have a good relationship still and staying with Stone Cold, and he gave the thumbs up for it to happen, AEW, WWE, it doesn't matter to them. So I'm looking forward to the interview. I think it's going to be obviously very interesting, and we'll see how it goes. Until then, I'm sure we're going to have a lot more on WrestleMania week on ProSportsExtra.com. I plan on pumping out a few more videos today, and of course during the week, because we got NXT TakeOver coming up. And then, of course, everybody knows Saturday and Sunday. It's night 1 and night 2. Logan Paul, whoever this guy is, he's going to be appearing. Bad Bunny has a match. And then, of course, a stat card for all the wrestling fans out there. So WrestleMania is coming up this weekend. ProSportsExtra.com, I'm sure, is going to have all the information, all the details, all the coverage of it. But until then, I'm going to sit here on my off day on Monday, sit here in my cool Joker shirt. And until next time, everybody, again, ProSportsExtra.com. See ya.